How do you have breakthrough ideas on your biggest business problems? So what I experience in business is that there are too many leaders sat on too many business issues that they actually aren't solving, or certainly they're not solving quickly. And the question is, why are they not solving them? And I think it's two reasons. One is they're too busy. They're so busy with their day-to-day that physically they just don't get around to some of these critical strategic issues. So they're either busy practically or they're busy psychologically, i.e. they've got too much noise going on in their heads. The second reason is that I experience that many executive teams are pretty ineffective in how they discuss, how they debate, how they make decisions on key topics. So the question I've got for you is, how do you have a breakthrough on a key business topic? How do you have a breakthrough? How do you cause transformation? And when I say transformation, I mean transform. So change the form of your business topic. And for me, that comes down to, at a base fundamental layer, that comes down to understanding how your mind works. If you can understand how your mind works, you can transform. And so the only way you can really transform is by shifting the thinking that you're operating from. You might remember that quote Einstein said, you can't solve a problem with the thinking that created it in the first place. We've got to evolve our thinking. And what I see in business is that people are stuck in their thinking. They're stuck in the conditioned thinking that they have about the problem, about their organization, about their peers. So we hear, I can't do this, or we won't do that, or it's just not going to work, and so on and so on. So our work at the Pragma Group is to work with leaders to transform thinking so that they can access another level of quality of thought, fresh ideas, inspiration, insight. So this is a quick, simple video just to give you some simple advice. The first thing I'd say is I'd invite you to notice your thought more. Notice your thoughts separate from it being true or real. Most of the time we live within our thought like it's real. And I invite you to notice it, question it, and challenge everything that you think. Because it's not true, it's not real. And when you start to notice it and challenge it, something else becomes available. Advice number 2 is take some time out to access a quiet mind. You know what it's like when you go for a run, perhaps, or you're in the shower, or you're driving along, and you have an idea, you have an epiphany, or some fresh thought comes to you that wasn't coming when you were busy. So whatever that is for you, is the mind works in amazing ways when it has some space and some quietness. And your job as a leader is to take time out to think strategically, and that only comes effectively and powerfully when you create space. And the third thing I highly recommend is that I don't see enough senior executives taking time together with their peers to identify the key issues in the first place and to wonder about them. So access a quiet mind together, wonder, pontificate, question freely, and see what comes up when you do that. Hope this has been useful. It's not rocket science. This isn't rocket science, but actually these tips can be rocket producers for your business. They really can produce miracles. So if you're slightly intrigued about the content of this video or any of our other videos, you might like to come along and interact with us. We run a monthly event in London called the Executive Mind Development Series, where we spend a couple of hours giving you greater insight into our work and how it really can transform thinking. The other thing you might like to do is contact us and have a coffee and explore with us the work that we do to transform how executive teams operate.